Very pleasant good morning to everyone. I really feel pleasure to welcome you for this online class of today. This last Saturday, Saturday we had this students are asked to submit the assignments that is given by the teachers, and I was really happy, extremely happy that most of the students have submitted the answer, not only in English only that paragraph answer I asked you to study and write if possible. But the exercises that I have done in the previous lesson and the letter writing, all the things that even the bridge course things you have you have written in your English notebook and you have submitted. I was really happy that appreciate your curiosity towards your studies. And in from one of the class, students has written something and brought, but when you check their attendance, they have not even attended one class. Even though the children who have not attended the class have studied well and written the assignment, right? Whatever you have done is done. The benefit of what you have done will reach you, there is no doubt about it, right? So regularly attend the classes, and you have some practical difficulties in it, I heard from your parents and from you also, and in course of time it will be rectified. And last week, there is a clash, you said, as I was taking the Zoom class itself, one or two boys class and one girls class, I think. When I was taking it, they said we have some problem in the timetable, there is a clash. Now the Tamil class is going on, some other class is going on, they said, but actually it is a mistake from our part only in that clash. Maybe, but I think my timetable is correct. That's what I feel. That link has some, they might have sent wrongly, maybe. So actually, that what I have come, that is actually our timetable, my timetable only. So from the next this week, coming week, you have only two this YouTube class every Tuesday and every Thursday. These 2 days we have classes. You will be getting the time. I think you have got the timetable. And one more thing I wanted to tell you is, last class, one or two students, when they come there along with the parents, they said one or two exercise part I did not read in that lesson. That is in page number 11. I did not read, you said. So what I thought is I was using the old book, so that may be missing in the old book and it is added in the new book. That's what I thought. But when I refer to the new book from home, I found out that everything is the same. Both the books, the exercise is the same. So just I will read it. One or two students have asked for it. Page number 11, and we will proceed to the next. 11, task 1, the B part. Yes, it is much, much worse than anyone had expected. Had expected. It went on for hours. Do you want to watch the program with me? This is the answer. So those who have not written, just correct it. Then A, no thanks. I have got to do some Veena practice. I just remembered that we have got a concert tomorrow and I haven't had time to practice my new piece this week. Okay, I have already done my practice, so I have got time to watch TV. See you later. And next, the F, G, and H in task 2. F, G, H. Last year, we went on a school trip to Kanyakumari. We had a very interesting time. At the moment, I am thinking about what course to pursue next year, but I have not made a final decision yet. Then H. I get up at every morning, but this morning I was sleeping for a long time and I did not get up until 8. So this is what We missed in the class, I said. So you are asked to share your views of this class when we meet personally. And as far as possible, I will try to rectify myself. And if anything is missed also, you are free to tell to me. Okay, children. Now we will come to that lesson. God sees the truth but waits. No, in that last, in one or two Zoom classes, I went one or two sentences more. I finished one or two sentences more. And in that YouTube class, we finished up to this. That is, Akshino was binded, tied, and thrown to Siberia. He went to Siberia. He was put in prison in Siberia. See, children, the two gentlemen of Varona paragraph you might have completed. And when you get time, you just write it without seeing in your notebook, not notebook or assignment book, whatever you are having. That is well and good, but write it as a paragraph. And after completing, I have sent the notes of this God sees the truth but waits, and with the slash mark in between. That is first day's portion, second day's portion. So I have divided it into 5. Very easy. One reading will do. One or two times if you read, you will be able to learn it. So finish it off by this week. From Monday to Friday, you'll be able to finish it, I think. So those who have not submitted that previous paragraph, submit both together. Those who have submitted, submit the later one alone. Right? Now, we will come to the lesson. Akshino was tied, binded, and thrown to Siberia. Thrown to Siberia. Right? So, what is the charge against him? For stealing 80,000 rubles of that man, his fellow the fellow soldier, traveler, and murdering that traveler. These are the two charges that is filed against him. But he is not at all aware of any of these, right? And Akshino, he was sitting there and weeping, crying like anything. And his wife, she came to know about it. When his wife comes to know about it, she could not believe it at the beginning. She could not believe her own that years. Taking one baby in her arm and holding the hand of the other baby, she walks towards the prison. She went there, and the officials of that prison at first did not permit her to see her husband. But after a long time, they allowed her to see her husband. When this lady went to see her husband, she was shocked to see her husband in prison dress, as well as chain in his hands, with chain and prison dress. Seeing that, she became unconscious and she fell down to the ground. After a long time, she got back to her senses, and she went with her children and sat beside him and asked what has happened. Poor Akshino, with the tears in his eyes, he was narrating all that has happened. And Akshino asked her what to do next. What we have to do next. What can be done for this problem? And he suggested that we can make a petition to Tsar, C-Z-A-R, the high official of the country, Russia, the ruler of Russia. We can meet the Tsar and make a petition to him, is the suggestion given by Akshino. But his wife said, already I made a petition to that Tsar, C-Z-A-R, that ruler of the country, Tsar, C-Z-A-R. And already we made a petition and it is rejected. That is what the wife said. So again he started to. At a certain point, the wife asked a question to Akshino. She asked to say the truth. Have you murdered that fellow merchant? This is the question asked by his own. Akshino's heart broke into pieces. See, even his own wife could not believe him. She asked the question whether you have murdered that fellow merchant. He got depressed. You are also suspecting me, he said. You too suspect me? And he started to cry, weep. As this was going on, as he was weeping, the soldier came and said, it is time for him to leave the leave the prison. It is time for these two, wife and children to leave the prison. The allotted time, it's over. And his wife and the children said bye to Akshino and they left the prison. Akshino was staying there in the prison, praying to God, expecting mercy from him. Right? He was beaten. When the wounds were healed, he was taken to the prison of Siberia. Here we have finished, I think, to all the classes I have completed. Now, for 26 long years, how long? 26 long years. Can you imagine? 26 long years in jail. He has been in that prison. Now you can imagine the state of mind of this Akshino. How he will be feeling. He might have thought very often what has happened. The family life that he was leading. Happy life. His native place. How joyfully he was living in that village. His relations, his friends, how jovial he was. Now, all on a sudden, 26 long years, he's put in prison. His hair has become black, old, grey. He has become old, hair has become grey, and he has a long beard. His body stooped a little because of old age. His laughter, his sarcasm, his jokes, everything has gone. He learned to make boots. In prison, he learned to make boots, Boots. With that money, little money, he used to buy books of saints, Saints. He buys books on saints, and whenever he is free, he started reading that books. Sundays, he used to go to church, he prays, he joined the choir because I told you he sings very well. He joined the choir, and everybody, that is everybody in prison, likes Akshino very much. When there is some quarrel among the fellow prisoners, he will be the judge. Right? He will give judgment. He will go in between and inquire and give judgments to the fellow prisoners. Right? And thus, he is the representative of the fellow prisoners. In our classes, we have representatives, just like that. He is the representative of the prisoners, and he is a judge also to the prisoners. When there is quarrel or something arises, he will be there to just get to know, just settle the problem. At times he is used to think about his family. He do not know whether his wife and children are alive. That is in one corner of his mind. His thought about his wife and children are there permanently. One day, as days went on like this, one day, one group of convicts came to the prison, newcomers. Right? Maybe they might have done some other mistake and they are brought to this prison. So, evening time, maybe they have some schedule to sit, to take rest for some time or something like that. But one evening, as they were sitting together, all the prisoners, and they were just talking about so many things. At that time, one group of prisoners entered that place where they are sitting, Akshino and his friends, and they were talking about so many things. When the newcomers came, it is quite natural. We will ask, where are you from? Why do you come here? What is the purpose behind it? What is the mistake that you have committed? What is the crime that you have done? So just like that, they were discussing. So Akshino did not talk to anyone. He did not get up and look at their face. He was just bending down and listening to what these people are saying. The fellow prisoners are saying, asking to the newcomers, and the newcomers reply. He was just listening. That's all. He did not speak out a word. One among these convicts, new people, new arrival, one among them is a man, a tall, stout man of around 60 years old. And one person asked this to this particular person. His name is Mark, Markar, Mark. R is silent, Mark. To this particular person, they asked, why do you come here? And he said, before 26 years itself, I should have come, but somehow I escaped at that time. But now, for doing some other mistakes, for some other crime, I have been arrested and put in this prison. And somebody else asked, where are you coming from? Which is your native place? And he said, it is my native place is Vladimir. So one marker, one person, he came here to the same prison as a prisoner along with Akshino. Right. When Akshino heard the name Vladimir, he slowly just got up, just looked up, and he said, I am from Vladimir. My name is Markar, or silent, and my full name is Markar Simonich. Simonich. Markar Simonich. When Akshino heard that he is a person from Vladimir, he just looked up and asked him, see, you are saying that you are coming from Vladimir. Do you know a family by name Akshino in Vladimir? At once, that Marcus said, yes, I know very well, but that Akshino, they are very rich. They are rich. They are well-to-do people. I know the father is now in Siberia. He is arrested. He is a sinner, and he is put in prison. Again, Akshino asked about his wife and children, but that man does not know about wife and his children. And Markar asked Akshino why you are here. Akshino did not want to reveal why he has been put in prison. So what he said is, I am here just because of my sin. Just because of my sin, I have been imprisoned for the past 26 years. He did not say anything else other than this. What sin? Again he asked. Markar asked him, you said you are being arrested for your sin. What sin you have committed? Because all the people are sinners only, they're criminals. So they may not be feeling shame to ask and reveal, maybe, we don't know. But he asked. He said, I don't want that I have done some sin. That's all. What sin? He asked. Akshino did not open his mouth. But his fellow prisoners narrated all the things that has happened in Akshino's life. That he has come for the Nisne fair, settled for a night in an inn, and a bloodstained knife is there, and he was brought here. All the stories his fellow prisoners narrated. And somebody has misplaced the knife, bloodstained knife in his bag. Everything was informed to Mark. Now, how old you have become? That Makar is asking to Akshino. You have become very old. You are Akshino. From their conversation, from the conversation of Makar, Akshino could understand that he is the person who has killed the fellow merchant and put the bloodstained knife in his bag, right? And he is the one who has killed the merchant. Krishna could very well understand it. And he himself also might have recognized him, and he might have recollected the incident that has happened before 26 years in that inn, right? Akshino could not sleep at night by hearing this, just because of the sin which is committed by Makar. He has been put in prison. He could not sleep. Thereafter, even though Akshino saw Makar just face to face, he will not look at his face or he will not talk to him at all because he felt very bad, very sad in his heart. As days go by, one day Akshino noticed that somebody has just took some mud from that shelf. Below that shelf somebody was digging something and that mud is carried and thrown out. This was noticed by Akshino, right? Actually it is done by Makar wished to escape from the prison, so there is no way for him to go out. So he is just digging a tunnel every morning without anybody seeing. He's digging tunnel, and that mud which is removed from that tunnel he will be just keeping in his shoes, and slowly he is throwing it out every day. One day as he was doing like this, so his plan is he has to dig the tunnel and escape through the tunnel, right? That is Makar's plan. One day as he was doing like this without anybody's knowledge, Akshino saw him digging the tunnel, and he noticed that Makar is the one who has done it. And when the officials came to know that there is a tunnel being made by these prisoners, they inquired who has done it. Akshino knows very well that it is done by Makar, but he did not reveal that secret to the prison authorities. He said, I should not say because it is God's will. I don't want to say because it is not my duty. He refused to reveal the truth. It is not God's will. So he said, that particular night, Akshino was sleeping in his bed. At that time, one man approached him in his room. When he just opened his eyes and looked, it is Mark. Akshino again felt very bad because just because of him, he has been put in this jail for 26 long years. Again, he is coming here to trouble me. Why you have come here? The thing that you have done is more than enough for me. The torture, that turmoil that I underwent just because of you is more than enough to me. Why do you come again here? To put me into trouble again? At once Mark just knelt before him and admitted his guilt, saying that I am the one who has come there to kill. I am the one who came there and killed that fellow merchant and robbed that $80,000. I thought of killing you also, and with that intention, I came inside your room. After killing that person with a blood stained knife, I came to your room with the intention of killing you too and rob your money. But what happened is, immediately after me entering your room, somebody knocked at the door and I got frightened. I got frightened and I just kept the knife. I don't know where to keep the bag, knife. I just opened your bag and kept it there and jumped through the window and I escaped from there. So actually, the murder is committed by me. I thought of killing you too, but somehow you escaped from that because somebody was knocking the door and with the blood-stained knife, I should not stand in prison because they will just they take me to as a prisoner. So I don't know where to keep the knife. I just opened your bag and kept it there and opened the window and escaped through the window. This is what has happened on that day. So you have to forgive me. He was kneeling and asking forgiveness to Arjuna. Now, Arjuna, that Maga said, now I found out that I am the person who is behind all this thing. Now you have to forgive me. I will make a petition to the prison authorities and make some arrangement for your discharge from the jail. Right? I will just make you to set. I will set free. I will make arrangement to set you free from the jail. This is what Maga asked, told him with kneeling down and he is praying, requesting. And Machino says, see, already I have lived for 26 long years in prison. Again, you need not help me by getting a order for freedom. You need not because already I suffered like anything. There is no need for me again to live in this world. So saying, he just but he did not say reveal anything said anything or requested you are the one who killed me, you just put me in prison, you are the one who killed the merchant. He did not ask anything. He said I have already suffered like anything. 26 long years I have been put in this prison. I just left my wife and children, my family before 26 long years. Right? Now, what has happened after this, we will see in the next class. Okay? Just bye, children. Thank you for watching.